Welcome, it's Dana Newsberger. I just wanted to share some updated thoughts about Bible translation. I'm still standing by everything that I said in the previous video about picking a Bible translation. As I read more of the Bible, I realized that there actually are some additional issues with the NRSV current translation. In this, the New Revised Standard Version, we can see that the angel tells Mary, quote, "And he came to her and said, 'Greetings, favored one, the Lord is with you.'" Turn to the same verse in Luke chapter 1. In the Revised Standard Version, we hear it much more clearly by saying, "He came to her and said, 'Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with you,'" which is, of course, the standard prayer that every Catholic learns as part of the Hail Mary. I think that one example kind of sums up the issues with the New Revised Standard Version. In some ways, it's good because it's more ecumenical and it has more modern science in it, but at the same time, more modern research in it, but at the same time, there's issues because it seems to create a watered down version of some of these phrases that are very important in the Catholic faith, perhaps so that they are less controversial. In interreligious circles, the phrase "Hail, full of grace" is actually a much grander and more unusual title than being filled with the Holy Spirit or a simple greeting. Dr. Scott Hahn, in his research into this, comments in the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, "Full of grace," quote, "This is the only biblical instance where an angel addresses someone by a title instead of a personal name. Two considerations help to clarify its meaning. The expression 'full of grace' is rooted in Catholic tradition and traced to St. Jerome's translation of the Latin Vulgate. Luke could have described her with the words 'full of grace,' as he did of Stephen in Acts 6:8, yet here he uses a different expression that is even more revealing than the traditional rendering. It indicates that God has already graced Mary previous to this point, making her a vessel who has been and is now filled with divine life. Alternative translations, like 'favored one' or 'highly favored,' are possible but inadequate because of this," close quote. So I stand by what I said about the New Revised Standard Version being an excellent scholarly adaptation of the original. As I said, it's backed up in the Catechism. The Catechism uses both the NRSV and the RSV. I think that the best Bible, honestly, is the RSV with significant updates and adaptations drawn from the New Revised Standard Version. Above all, just remember that it's never adequate to dogmatize or rely exclusively on one translation of the Bible. We have to know the best Catholic translations of the Bible and the best ecumenical translations of the Bible, and we have to be able to cross-reference when we do our Bible study. When you're looking into the translation of a specific word or trying to decide which translation is most accurate, it's good to have a study tool like Bible Hub and even various study Bibles that can provide these easy to use word-for-word Greek texts. There are even better online resources than this. So that was my update for Bible translations. Thank you very much for listening. I'm signing off, and I'm thanking God for all of you for the increased success and for this ministry. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.